Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's continue our game of Sea Cards running on Nintendo Switch. Okay, so we got our new save. Which has new areas, new quests. This is the end for you, Mecha Fairy. I'm not going to allow you to take anything else. Yes, I can see that. I no longer have the power to oppose you either. A mere fraction of the power of my fairy stone remains. That is why I have only one option left to grant this wish. My body will become the core and the secret weapon he left to destroy the entire world. What? That can't be true. Even if you did have that power, like you say, this altered dimension was created by you. There'd be no effect to the world outside here. Won't we die? Don't say what I didn't dare to. Don't say what I didn't dare to myself. Yes, it is as you say. But I wonder if you've forgotten it is not the only mechanoid. It is not the only mechanoids in the outside world. Don't tell us. Yes, the Iron Cradles. Everything will be destroyed by the power unleashed from them across the world. This is how I can grant his wish. No one can stop it now. Not you, nor even I myself. This is the end. Isn't there anything we can do, Izen? I'm thinking. Stop this. Please stop. Stop command confirmed. Insufficient energy necessary to counterbalance. Please supply energy to do so. What? Is this Tristan? Why such a function? I see now. Clara is Tristan's descendant. The tides have turned in our favor. You may be able to stop all this. Ask how to stop the destruction. But right. What's the necessary energy counterbalance? How do I provide it? Energy from an Iron Knight, human and fairy. These three is necessary. Huh? An Iron Knight? A human? And a fairy? You don't say. It's almost like we were made for this job, doesn't it? I couldn't have put it better. What are you? Clara, the only one who can stop the world from being destroyed is you. Please wait. But that kind of energy, if we were to do that, you'll die. I could never. Forget about us and just do it. I expect you to pass on the stories of my genius to future generations forever. Clara. Protect the bonds between humans and mechanoids. Huh? I can't do it. I command you to stop. I guess we can say I can't do it? That's a new option, right? I can't. I just can't. Why not? Because those bonds I should protect also include you. Izen, Luca, Gantz. Mecha Fairy, and even Tristan. I just can't accept Tristan would have been trying to eradicate humans. Not only in 3 advanced mechanoids, he also planted feelings and emotions in every mechanoid. To eradicate humans, that shouldn't have been necessary. That was for those like Blaze to infiltrate society and organizations to destroy them from the inside, wasn't it? No, if that were the case, it would have been better for him to plant feelings and emotions in those first mechanoids he created later. Now you mention it, I can't think a human creating mechanoids would purposefully do something like that would cause them to be inefficient. I think the answer is connected to the reason why Izen was created. That's why I can't sever these bonds without knowing what it is. I'd like to know that myself. Why is it you couldn't completely control us, Mecha Fairy? Considering your objective, that's a huge wrench in the gears. In other words, wouldn't you say we weren't created so we could be controlled, because it wasn't necessary for us? From the time Clara started having doubts about us eradicating humans, I also continued to have doubts in a small corner of my own heart. I had ignored the thought to defeat you, but with these doubts welling up inside me, I can't ignore them any longer. Mecha Fairy, I want to know too. Do you really want to eradicate humans? Tristan and my objective are... Let's say our objective is twofold. The first, as a chance to save the mechanoids and lead the people to live without relying on the great fairies. And the other is... Are you sure it is okay to tell them? As you know, I don't have much time left. Among the humans, the only ones who lent an ear to my words were the people of Celesta Village. I'm sure it's because they have the same desires. That's why I believe in them. Tristan was killed? Tristan. Tristan. Ah. 26E4. P82B B1A C2705. Where have the Iron Knights gone? Has my communication link been severed? With everyone? Tristan, if at least I can fulfill your wish. No. Tristan was not trying to eradicate humans. That was only my desire after going haywire. Then... Clara, if you don't hurry and do something, the world is going to be destroyed. Right. Mechafairy, with this, our reason to fight should be gone. I beg of you, please stop the destruction of this world. As I said before, I cannot stop it myself either. Then, what are we supposed to do? You must stop it using the substitute energy. Substitute energy? There is still life force that was once offered to the great fairy left in this fairy stone. Fairy and human. With these two energies you will be able to use mine. However, I am not an Iron Knight. I cannot offer that energy to you. You have me. Clara, use my energy. No, if you die, then everything is meaningless. To think you're second-guessing yourself now. I bet you think the burden for Izen is too great, don't you? And we can divide it. Use my energy too. I'll cooperate as well. Can you use Altia's core? That was the core that belonged to C-2705. Blaze, Gantz, I can't thank you enough. How about now, Mecha Fairy? With this much energy, it should be sufficient. Okay. Human and Fairy energy will come from Mecha Fairy. And the Iron Knight's energy will come from 3 sources, F-26E4, P-82B1A, and C-2705. Please stop this destruction, Mecha Fairy. Command to stop confirmed. Energy necessary to offset confirmed. Counterbalance system will be deployed. High energy has been cancelled out. I'm so glad. Although Tristan was never chosen to be an intercessor, he was more qualified than anyone else to be one due to his abilities. Noticing the Great Fairies continued to die out, he came to the conclusion there was the possibility they would eventually cease to exist. As his first objective, he created me using iron and a fairy stone in order to free humans from their reliance on them. However, through this stone he was able to see the memories of the original Great Fairy that should have disappeared with her demise. From time immemorial, the Great Fairies had been divided into 2 factions, and continued to war against each other. The first were moderates who desired to obtain life force by granting the humans' wishes. The others were hardliners who desired to keep humans as cattle and unilaterally exploit their life force. What? Due to their hardliners' overwhelming strength, the moderates were cut down one after another. How come I never heard about this before? It would have to mean the entries in the history books about them not being able to compensate for the power they used was a lie perpetuated by the hardliners. Yes, it is as you say. It took everything the moderates had to escape from the hardliners, which is why humans were never apprised of the crisis. Having learned the truth through me, Tristan prepared against the time the hardliners would try to exploit the humans' life force. He added in his plan the objective of protecting humans from the Great Fairies, and began creating the Iron Knights. Interesting. That's why Izen was equipped with the power to slay them, isn't it? And the reason regular mechanoids excel in battle was also to prepare for the coming war. I'm so relieved. Like I thought, Izen and the other mechanoids weren't created to kill humans after all, were they?
It seems not. This isn't the time to relax. While all this has been going on, the Hardlanders have been seeking an opportunity to subjugate us.
We should report this to the guild chief. I will remain in this space to avoid being discovered by the Great Fairies. F-26E4, P-82B1A. I will tune my sensors to hear your voices. Call on me should you need anything.
Be sure to. We'll be sure to.
Alright, let's get back to Calcedo City.
Blaze joined the party, however, he cannot fight in battle.
Oh, that's right, I had to exit first.
This is difficult to believe all of a sudden, but having said that, we can't very well confirm what you say with the Time-Lost Fairy either. Then I'll call Mecha Fairy here. Mecha Fairy. First Blaze and now this? Is it your hobby to take former enemies with you wherever you go?
I have no such hobby. He's right, Izen's hobby is getting stuck in walls.
I have no such hobby either. Mecha Fairy, I heard your story from Izen and the others, but there is one thing I wish to ask you. Are there no moderate Great Fairies still alive?
I sense the powers of 4 Great Fairies even now. 3 are hardliners, but 1 is neutral. She is called the Wayfaring Fairy by humans. That's the one we met, isn't it?
Neutral?
I know nothing the Great Fairy after which I was patterned did not. However, it is certain this wayfaring fairy has no desire to exploit your life force.
I see. When you visited Celesta Village, you communed with the Great Fairy in Wayfaring Woods, didn't you, Izen? Yes. Then return there and try communing with her again. If what Mecha Fairy says is true, we'll have to make swift decisions about what to do next. That's also why I'll be joining you.
What? You're coming with us, Chief Gordon?
Don't worry, in my younger years I used to be an intercessor. That's why even now I can hear the voice of the Great Fairies.
Chief Gordon, the thing we're worried about is what would happen to the guild if something befell you along the way.
Oh, then you definitely have nothing to worry about. I've got Izen and these others here with me. Even if I were to get attacked by slime that melts the clothes off my body, I know they'd help me.
No matter what comes our way, we've got this. It's also to help keep me sane.
Good. I have great expectations from you all.
We should relent. We can't stop the guild chief from going with them. It appears that way, doesn't it?
Yeah! As for you, Mecha Fairy, we'll be sure to call you if something happens. I look forward to your support.
You shall have it.
Now, despite Mechanoids no longer attacking humans, due to Mecha Fairy's instructions, I'm sure there will be some humans who won't accept them as before. For those with no place to go, I want you to guide them to Chrome Village, Nathan.
Yes, Chief Gordon.
I'd like to ask you and your companions to support them, Blaze.
What is this Chrome Village?
I hear it's a village that was built some time prior in anticipation of a time Mechanoids could be expelled like in the past. It's north of Barreltown.
In that case, leave everything to me.
Regarding the Great Fairies, we should refrain from making that information public. Now, let's each get our respective tasks. Let's head out now, Paula.
One more thing. I'll give you this. It's a communicator. Oh, this is the item you're using that allows you to talk to others not present, isn't it?
Good memory. Contact us immediately if you need anything. Alright, let's go, Garnet. As for us, let's head for Wayfaring Woods. Be sure to protect me well so I don't have to return here as a silent corpse.
We'll make sure that doesn't happen.
Okay, any more weirdos with more quests? Steel Cemetery. 2 polka dot plums. Currently collect 4 thin whiskers. 3 bizarre artifacts from the cemetery. Hold on a minute. Wonder where this stuff is. Oh, there's one right there. This is the first artifact I've encountered with this particular shape. Hope it's the one the designers like. There's one in there. Okay, Weapon Maker's Dilemma cleared. Let's see. Tin Whiskers, Boxer Squirrels, Wayfaring Woods. It's actually in the woods, right? At the heart of the Wayfaring Woods. Okay, that's different. Okay, got that one. Please defeat the monster breaking our traps in the breeding ground. is this quest? These feet monsters breaking our traps in the breeding ground. Okay, what, where? Nothing there. There appear to be fragments of a broken trap here. If the culprit's going to come out of hiding, it would have to be somewhere around here. Let's take a look around. Huh? What's wrong? What do you think about this trap here? Huh? Rather than being broken by a monster, it appears to be a mechanoid. Mechanoids that set foot here are said to go haywire. It appears our culprit is not a monster, but rather that mechanoid. Here it comes. Crank. Crank, I'm so sorry, Crank. You're the one who requested we exterminate. You weren't forthcoming with us, were you? You knew once we saw the broken traps, we'd know right away it wasn't monsters that did it. However, you claimed the culprit was monsters. Why did you lie about it? Crank was a member of Liberatus. 2 years ago, earlier on this mountain, I was here collecting things for food with some companions. But a terribly powerful monster appeared, and I was the only one who failed to escape. Crank heard about it from my companion who first got back and came to rescue me. There's no way he wouldn't have known that would happen, or what would happen if he came here. He then went haywire and was no longer able to recognize any of us, so the boss directed us to abandon him before anybody got hurt. But recently he started breaking our traps here. It was too hard for me to ask the boss, who cares more about his companions than anyone, to do it, so as my responsibility, I came here to defeat him. But his strength was overwhelming. That's why you asked us, isn't it? But I still don't understand why you were untruthful with us. Because originally he was a companion. If I'd asked you to kill a companion, I don't think you would have accepted the job, so... Sadly, there's never been a way found to restore a mechanoid that's gone haywire. On the other hand, if there's a possibility he might harm someone else, I would have accepted it. Providing us false information is a much bigger problem, as it can prevent us from carrying out our job. I suppose. You're right about that. I'm sorry for any trouble I may have caused you. Ophelia. Crank? Do you know who I am? Ophelia. Smile for me. Huh? One last time. Crank. Thank you for saving me. I promise to never forget you. Alright, quest cleared. Wait, we're supposed to go here? Let's return to Wayfaring Woods to confirm the truth with Great Fairy. You who resist evil. Huh? What is this place? The world where the great fairies reside. However, how is it you can all see it? I used the powers I had stored for a contingency such as this and summoned all of your minds here. That is because time is now of the essence. This voice, you're the Wayfaring Fairy, aren't you? So, this is what you look like. For you to go this far for us, I take it you know the reason for our visit. I had predicted one possibility. You know of the Time-Lost Fairy and others' plot. Yes, we're aware. 340 years earlier, when mechanoids first appeared, I was not aware of the true objective of the hardliners. In order to increase the survival rate for humans, they banked on the battle strength of mechanoids and announced they would accept their existence. However, 300 years ago, the hardliners learned of Tristan's plan and commanded their worshippers to kill him. They had also planned to wipe out all the mechanoids, but failed due to the resistance from the moderates, so they instead eradicated them. Then, when the last moderates were out of the way, the hardliners commenced to wipe out the mechanoids. However, when the Time-Lost Fairy met Izen, she came up with a plan to make you and Mecha Fairy's army destroy each other. Except she failed. That is right. It will not be long before the hardliners realize you have learned the truth. Once that happens, they should quickly move to subjugate you and the human population by force. What can we do to stop the Time-Lost Fairy and the others? They are not the type to listen. If you wish to stop them, you will have no choice but to slay them. We appreciate you telling us all this, but you're neutral in all this, right? Are you going to be alright? I only care about the residents of Celesta Village. It is because I refused to help the moderates when they needed it, the hardliners have let me be. But with the hardliners' plan having failed, I am of no profit to them alive, so I will probably disappear in the not-too-distant future. That is why I desire to cast my lot with you. Thank you, Wayfaring Fairy. We'll do what it takes to stop the Time-Lost Fairy and those with her. There is one last thing I should warn you of. The hardliners have continued to gather artifacts under the guise of wanting to learn more about mechanoids. However, I cannot help but think they have another objective in mind. I warn you to be careful. Well, thanks to the Wayfaring Fairy, we were able to determine what Mecha Fairy stated was true. We can now turn our efforts to defeating the Great Fairies. But first... Ring ring. What's that sound? It's Blaze trying to contact us. If I remember right, he said to push this button. Beep, nothing but static. You know, Izen, for being a mechanoid, didn't you press the wrong button now? Not to mention, it's a simple system with only 2 buttons on it. Izen, what are you doing? Did something terrible just happen now? If it did, there's no problem. We're used to that kind of thing. Really? But considering the weight of a mechanoid. Izen, please don't run away because you don't like me getting angry at you. I didn't. You stalked me into those trees over there. I'm really starting to get tired of that same joke. Ring ring. Please don't press the wrong button this time. It's me. Hey, Izen, I never thought you'd refuse my call. I pressed the wrong button. Huh? Didn't I teach you how to use that thing? I guess you couldn't use... I guess you could use the class on it, huh? Yeah. I mean, this isn't the time for that, is it? We've got a situation. Did something happen? The intercessors in each region are acting abnormally. I haven't heard all the details, but we're all saying they're going to rule over the humans. Did the Great Fairies make their move that quick? I understand the situation now. First, let's meet back at the guild headquarters. We're on our way now. Roger that.
As you heard, we need to hurry back. Right.
As for the intercessors who gathered the people in each settlement, they informed the public the great fairies intended to rule over the humans.
And whether to prove it or not, it seems they fled after stealing the life force of a number of people. These documents consolidate information on the incident itself and where the intercessors are thought to have gone.
What do you think? That's a good chance it's a trap.
Even so, we can't not pursue them.
Luca's right. Perhaps the intercessors are being controlled by the great fairies. We need to pursue them immediately and rescue them if needs be. Yes, they could be in danger. As for you and your party, Izen, I want you to make for Aureliole? I'll just say Ariel Forest. The place near Karome Village.
We're on it. If it's near Karome Village, that means it's north of Barreltown, isn't it? Let's hurry, Izen.
Agreed.
This forest was here. This forest was where a great fairy was supposed to live, right?
As far as we know. Wayfaring Woods, Time Lost Falls, Ariel Forest, and Sleetfall Mountain. Those 4 places.
And this is where we should find the hardliner, the aerial fairy. She might try to obstruct us. Let's proceed with caution.
Plus 20. What we got? 104 plus 5.
Never mind then.
Buster Arm. You find me. I'm number 1031 of the Title Association. I'll give you the title Fake Figure. Bye. Okay, why don't we stop it there? This is Audap. You've been watching Sea Carts running on Nintendo Switch. Yeah, we're on our way to getting the true ending, and so it's probably another 2 or 3 more sessions before we finally get to the true end. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.